it's Eleanor Does Cosplay, and I'm here with a video that I've been wanting to make for a long time. So if you know me at all, or if you've ever met me, you'll know I'm a huge Junji Ito fan. I've been collecting his books and his works and all sorts of stuff for a very long time. So I thought it was about time that I showed off my collection, which isn't complete, by the way. This is not a complete collection. I'm still collecting, and I won't stop until I have everything. Also, pre-warning, some of the stuff in this video might be a little scary for the young'uns. This is your warning. If you don't like freaky, scary stuff and like body horror, maybe don't watch this. Or like, if you see me lift the book up, turn away. I thought I'd start this video with the book that got me started on my collection. Where is she? I wish you could see the mess on my bed right now. There's so much going on. The first book I ever got was Uzumaki, which is usually the first one people start with. It's like the one. And with the animation coming out soon, it really makes sense to start with this one. I bought this, ooh, how long ago? I don't even remember how long. It must have been at least 5 years ago. Yeah, I think it was about 5 years ago I bought this book, and it changed everything pretty much. If you want to start reading Junji Ito's work, I absolutely recommend starting with this one. It looks massive, but it is such an easy read, and you'll be hooked from the first like 3 pages. Honestly, it's so good, and I cannot tell you how excited I am for it to see it animated. I'm gonna be so annoying when that animation comes out. Yeah, anyway, Uzumaki is a story about a town that gets obsessed with spirals, and without spoiling anything, it just kind of, well, it all spirals from there. I loved reading this, and I've read it more than once. It never gets old, like it never gets boring. And I know it's like the typical Junji Ito tattoo to get, but I do have a tattoo of Azumi, who I also cosplayed. Like, go and watch that if you want to see me cosplay this character. I have this lovely lady tattooed. That was horrible. I'm so sorry you had to see that. I'm obsessed with it. I got that tattoo, I think, like a year after I read this. I was like, it was my first tattoo ever as well. So it just tells you how obsessed I am with this book. Read it, it's good. We'll stay on topic of like the kind of similar style of books. Second book I read, I believe, was this one, Tomie. I think I'm saying that right. Some people say Tommy and some people say Tommy, but I don't know, I'm just gonna stick with Tommy. It's a classic one. It ran for a long time, and it's all stories about this girly pop. I can't call her that. I can't call her girly pop. This woman called Tomie, at first intentionally, but then kind of unintentionally seduces men into falling in love with her, and then they get this sudden urge that they need to kill her, and she dies and comes back to life over and over again throughout time, and she's just like, honestly, a bit of an icon. Love her for that. Excuse me? Can we get arrested on a different time? Okay. For kind of like a similar thing to happen over and over again in the narrative, it's so good. Like, I can't put this book down. It's really good. Again, brilliant first read if you wanna jump into Junji Ito. I would really recommend it. And in the same kind of style series is Yo. This one's a bit shorter, so if you want something like just kind of smaller, just in case like you wanna dip your toes in, this is a good one for that. This is about this couple who go on holiday, and the woman is like, she starts smelling something freaky. Chaos ensues. I don't want to spoil it, it's so hard not to spoil it, but there's a bookmark in this one because my boyfriend is reading it and he's really liking it. So yeah, this is a bit of a shorter one. I love the way these look together, and I really do wish they'd carried on with this kind of style, because I love the black and white, because I see the things in black and white. This brings me to the next section of books. Oh my god, it's so heavy. Oh, this little stack. Wow. Again, they all match, and I love that they match, but it freaks me out that they don't match the other ones. I do love these two, like the colors are kind of slay. I like it. I can't tell which one I like prefer. I'm gonna do a speed run of these ones because there's a lot. Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein, but Junji Ito drew it. How exciting. Yeah, it's an interesting retelling. If you like the story of Frankenstein, read this. Next! I haven't read this one yet. I was waiting for so long for this one to be translated, and I saw it in the shop literally the other day, and I was like, oh, I need it! I've read some of Sweet Chee's short stories, because some of them are in the other books, which I'll talk about in a little bit. I'm so excited to read this. He's a really interesting character. I'll be back. Follow my Instagram if you want to see how I feel about this book. I will post a review on there. Smash! Okay, Okay, so this is kind of the first one that I'm talking about that is like a collection of short stories rather than them all being connected. If you look at the contents page here, each one is a different thing. It's not all the same characters, it's different characters, different stories. It's kind of a good one to start with, I'd say, if you just want a kind of taste of each thing and you don't want to commit yourself to like a long story. Something like Smashed would be good for that. Deserter is the same as a bookmark in this one because I haven't finished this. I started, I've got so far through it. This is, again, same as Smashed. It is just like a collection of short stories. I don't know whether to censor. Is this gonna get like flagged for spooky, scary behavior? Shiver, guess what? It's the same again!
What?
It's a load of short stories. I really like Shiver. This is probably one of my favorite, like, the short story collection books. Like, Marionette Mansion is one of my favorites. Fashion Model as well. The Long Dream, that one is, ooh, it's so good. Tomie pops up in some of these, Suichi pops up in some of these. You will see like repeats sometimes, but it's never like a lot. Oh, I haven't even taken the stickers off of this one. Give me 1 second. Oh, I hate the texture of stickers. Ugh. That was not satisfying or cool. I got it in the 3 for 2. This is Ali. I've not read Ali yet. I got it with the Suichi book on the 3 for 2. I'm excited for this one, and I don't recognize the name of any of these apart from Ice Cream Bus. I think I might have read that one already. That's the thing with all these short stories, I kind of forget that I've read them, so when I go back to read them again, it's like reading them for the first time. We got Love Sickness, which is one of the more well-known ones with this beautiful boy on the front. This one is the same character throughout the whole book, so this isn't just short stories. Every book is kind of broken into chapters, and they are kind of individual stories in themselves. This one is the same character whole way through. Very good one, actually. I enjoyed this. Okay, moving on. I've decided this is the next category.
Wow.
We're gonna do these ones next. We're gonna talk about these ones. I have a lot. I haven't actually counted how many books I have. Maybe I should. I've literally just grouped these, by the way. They look on the outside. Censor. This one is one story the whole way through, and these are the ones that have removable covers, where I think that the cover underneath is always a bit more exciting. Actually, maybe not for censor. I was expecting a big reveal, then like, whoa, it's so different. But this on the inside is so cute. Look at this. Come on. Like, are you kidding me? That's stunning. I love it. So censor, I remember just being absolutely like gorgeous. Like the illustrations in this one are so beautiful. I mean, it is scary stuff still. I just remember I had to like pause on quite a few pages of this one and be like, whoa. Like the effort and detail that's gone into that drawing is insane. I'm getting nostalgic because I miss reading these. We've got The Liminal Zone. I read this one recently, actually. In this one, you follow a couple who enter a town where you can hear people like weeping and crying. They keep discovering stuff about this place. There's some really iconic imagery in this one, and it's a really good story. This one stays in my memory quite a lot. I love like the inside cover of this. Like, that's so cool. The more I talk about these, the more I just want to reread everything, and I might. Next we've got Ramina. Again, this is just a story the whole way through, same character, same story. I think this doesn't have an outlet sleeve, which I like. Yeah, this one's kind of got like similar to The Liminal Zone, like kind of religious connotations. It kind of doesn't explain what really. You'll have to read it yourself to find out. We've got Venus in the Blind Spot. This one again is a collection of shorts. Oh, just whacked myself in the head with it. Some of my faves are in here, and also cover reveal. So cool. We've got like kind of an extended version of the front cover. Ooh. That's cool. In the very beginning of this one, they've got some kind of like little artworks. This one folds out. Like, I think that's so cool and quirky to have like coloured art in there. This one has the very well-known The Enigma of Amigara Fault. Tell me if I'm saying that wrong. I'm sorry, my pronunciation is not good. The Human Chair is my favourites. The Sad Tale of the Principal Post as well. Fragments of Horror. This was one of the first ones I bought, and it is a collection of shorts again. I feel like this is a bit shorter than the other collections, so again, if you want to start with some shorts, I'd recommend this. It was one of the first ones I read. This is the one I'm currently reading, which is Mimi's Tales of Terror. I was so excited for this one to be translated. It feels like I was waiting for years, and then one day, like, all of them got translated, and then I suddenly had no money to buy them. I've only just started this one. I've read about halfway, I think. That's how quick I get through these. I just started it, but I'm halfway through. And let's check out the cover art, 'cause I actually haven't looked yet. You're like, I think that looks so much cooler. I don't know, but like, look at that. It's stunning. Like, I like this, but when I'm reading it, I always take it off because it kind of gets in the way. And I just kind of wish they all matched. Is that really bad? But Dissolving Classroom. Again, a different kind of type of book. It's soft and foldable. This one is about two siblings who kind of do stuff. They're kind of demonic siblings and they just kind of do bad, nasty things and stuff happens. This is me trying not to spoil the books for you so you can read them. I really like this one. This is another kind of well-known one. Definitely worth reading. I say that for every single one. Read them all. Please read them all. And, oh, you didn't see that. Yeonmu, I think this is so cute. This is a bit of kind of a turn away from the horror stuff. Like, here's Junji Ito himself and his lovely wife and his kitty cat. And it's just a tale of his life at home with his cats. It's really cute and it's a real like change to the usual, but some of the pictures he draws of his cats are quite like scary. It's still in like a similar style. The end of this book made me weep. I remember being like so sad about it. There's little pictures of his cats in there as well. The like epilogue of this made me cry, and I always recommend this one to people who aren't keen on horror as much and like gory stuff, because it's still like a really good read and it's really wholesome and cute. But yeah, I really love this one. This one's also got the flipping label on. We're on the last two books, can you believe it? So my last category is these two books. The reason I've grouped these together is because these are written by other people and illustrated by Junji Ito. This one is a bit different. I'm going to talk about this first. This is No Longer Human, and for me, genuinely, this was quite a difficult read. This is a novel originally by Osamu Dazai. Don't bully me for my pronunciation. I think I said that right. And it is the story of No Longer Human. I've never read the original novel. It's apparently quite a classic over in Japan. It's illustrated beautifully by Junji Ito, and I'm assuming they made some changes to the speech, obviously, because it's all in like speech bubbles and very limited actual like descriptive stuff. The story is really good. It did take me a while to read it because I kind of had to keep going back and being like, okay, what's just happened? It was a little harder to follow than his stuff that he's written like the narrative for. But even so, I really enjoyed this. And once I'd finished, I was like, okay, this all makes sense. If you read No Longer Human, give this a go. If not, I think I grasped the story pretty much. And I would actually read the novel. It was really interesting. And I love this. Like, oh, so cool. If you're a fan of like kind of more classic literature, that might be the one for you. And then we've got this one, which is called Stitches. It's written by Hirokatsu Kihara, and Junji Ito did the illustrations for it. It is words.
No way.
And it reads like a normal book would. But Junji Ito did all the art. I've not read this yet. This was part of the 3 for 2 that I got. I'm really excited to. Like, it's a bit odd to see just like a regular book just with his pictures in it. Technically, Frankenstein does fit into this section too, but I wanted to keep them. The funky spines together. I forgot about these! Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot. In lockdown, I was like, I'm gonna buy some collection stuff because I got nothing else to do. I've only got some of these, but this is a 16-part series. These are just the last few. And they are the collection of shorts, but they are in Japanese, and I cannot read Japanese. But I thought this would be just like a perfect addition to my collection. Even if I can't read it, they all look amazing, and they like really shine that's from the time they were released. Like, they all look so cool, and they match the covers as well. Very lucky to have these. They are a bit rare, I think. I wish I could read them. Like, I wish I had the effort to like go through and translate them all, but a lot of these have been translated now, thank goodness, so I can read them. I also have this, Twisted Visions. Massive, big lady. This is basically just a collection of artwork from the books. I feel like I'm telling you all a bedtime story right now. This is all like colorized photos from like all of the stories. And again, the covers are just so cool. And there's a bit of information in here as well at the end. There's like a kind of like a FAQ. There's a list of all of the artworks, and it gives you some info on them as well. I believe that's all the books that I have. There are a few that I know I don't have here. They're either out and I just haven't bought them yet, or they haven't been translated. He's gained a lot of popularity recently. A lot more of his stuff is getting published, which is amazing for me. It's fantastic. I just wish I had the funds. I'm poor. Hello, this is editor Eleanor. Since I filmed this, I've got 2 new books. I can't control myself. So I got Black Paradox, and I also got Tombs. So yeah, 2 new additions to my collection. That's all. Goodbye. Carry on. So I'm gonna move on, now that we've talked about books, to merchandise and stuff like that. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is, they're so dusty, these beautiful little statues that I got. I can't quite remember the company's name that I got them from, but I'll put it here, and it is a collection of 6 mini statues of some of the characters from the books, like this. You can just do a comparison. This is Tomie. She's looking sweet. I'm gonna do some close-ups of these. We've got Suichi, who has unfortunately lost his candles. They've been moved about quite a bit, so some of them are a little bit broken. There's Tomie again, I believe. She's so cute. And we've got Slug Girl, which is one of, again, the more well-known. Look at her dusty head. Ah, girl, I'm so sorry. There is a generation 2 of these figures that I need and want. That I haven't bought yet. If anyone wants to buy them for me, my birthday's in January. I do plan on getting them at some point. I don't remember them not being that expensive. So for a collector, if you are also a JUNJI ITO collector, first of all, message me on Instagram. I need to talk to you. Second of all, get those. They're really a really nice addition. They're really lightweight. They fit on my shelf nice and cute, and like, I love it. And the next thing I want to talk about is this beautiful figure that I have of Tomie. She is so stunning. Like, I'm gonna take her out. Here she is. She is so gorgeous. And if you look on the bottom, she is number 155 of 600 of these made. This was gifted to me, and I'm very, very lucky to have it. She's so beautiful. And she came with a little kind of certification card, which is super, super cool. Oh, can we see that? There we go. Like, I'm really lucky to have this in my collection, and not many people will. I cannot talk about my collection without talking about my tattoos, because I have 2 JUNJI ITO ones. That's 4. 2 JUNJI ITO ones. So I've got, this is gonna be difficult. I've got Tomie on my arm here. She's beautiful, gorgeous. That was the second one I had. And then I've got Azumi from Uzumaki on my leg. She was the first tattoo I ever got. The tattoo artist who did it did such an amazing job. I'll put her Instagram here. She isn't in the UK anymore, unfortunately, but she did both of my JUNJI ITO ones, and if she ever comes back, I will be getting more of those as well. I've also got my little Tomie earrings in. I didn't realise until just now. I've got a few like little kind of jewellery bits that people have gifted me over the years, and my wall here, you can see them. They're all JUNJI ITO prints that I did myself. I forgot about like a whole part of this collection. I had to come back and film it. The last thing I have is these Funko Pops. I forgot about. Bit of a love-hate relationship with Funko Pops. Like, I kind of hate the way that they look, but it's a collection, and I was like, I have to have. I have 6 Funko Pops. We got Suichi, Slug Girl, Suichi again. But this one is a 2020 Fall Convention limited edition one. Oh my god. Miss Fuchi, love her, icon. Tomie, I'd love to know how many Tomie themed items I have in my collection. Hideo, who is also a special edition. He's quite a rare one, I believe. Yeah, I don't know if there's any more of these, like, since I got these ones, because I kind of got these all around the same time. I'm not sure if there's been more since then, but I'll have to look into that. That is my collection at the moment. Maybe in like a year, I'll make another video of my updated collection. So I've got 20 books, which is a lovely round number. Those 20 books don't include the extra 16. Oh my gosh. I've obviously got some more to get for my physical collection, which I will be doing soon, hopefully. I'm running out of shelf space for it, but I always think that it's not how much you have that makes a collection, it's the fact that you love it so much and you've bought it for yourself. Even if you have 1 or 2 books, that's a collection, because you want it so badly. Like, you're keeping it to have forever, basically. I really want to buy those generation 2 of those little statues. They're not like official JUNJI ITO merch, but I think they're so fun. More tattoos planned, of course. I really enjoyed talking about this, as I've not met a lot of other JUNJI ITO fans. So if you are one and you'd like to talk to me about it, you can follow me on Instagram, give me a message on TikTok, or subscribe to me here for more. I'm sure when the animated series comes out, I'm going to be talking about it because I'm so excited. Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed this. I know I was kind of like yapping at you for a good long while. If you want more JUNJI ITO content in the future, let me know. I have 2 videos on my channel with JUNJI ITO cosplays I did an Uzumaki one and a Tomie one. If you enjoyed this video, you'll like those 2. I'm sure you will. And that's where I'm going to call this today, I think. So until next time, bye!